Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to my review of episode 3 of the SupraChat for Miss Supranational 2024. Welcome. So as what you have noticed, the result of the Super Chat has already been released and Brazil won, but still, for the purpose of constructive criticism and feedback, we're here as I will be reviewing the performances of all the delegates that belonged in episode 3. And the ladies in this group were Bolivia, Brazil, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Honduras, Portugal, and Venezuela. And at the end of the video, I will be revealing my winner, the winner that I submitted as part of my vote. Because as what I have said before, I am one of the judges of the Super Chat, and the winner is selected by 50% judges' votes, 50% public vote. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, let's go ahead and review their performances, and let's see if you agree with my commentaries as well. And of course, at the end, as what I have said earlier, my winner. Let's begin with Bolivia. Estefanía Ibarra. Bolivia got a dose of energy pill and I loved it. I love her enthusiasm, activeness, and energy during the entire round. My favorite part from hers was definitely the second question, where she was asked whether she is an introvert or an extrovert. And I believe that she has expressed herself very, very well on that question. For the third and fourth question, I do get her idea, but she really has the tendency to go around in circles and be repetitive. And I really hope that she could work on that, and it would be best if she answers the question directly with a specific point. Finally, I do commend her for expressing herself in English fluently. Next we have Brazil. Isadora Murta. Brazil is one of the major frontrunners of this edition, and the way she looked at this event of the Super Chat just took my breath away. She was effortlessly beautiful and charming. In terms of her performances, I loved her even more. I actually love her tone of voice. I love the calmness in her tone, and she is screaming authenticity to me with the way she responds to the questions. I am also glad to learn that she is working on improving her English, although I think her English is already quite good. So I'm still loving the fact that she is continuously working and making sure that she would improve on that department. I love all of her answers to the questions because she seems very sincere and honest about it. I was a little bit worried with the last question because she tended to go in circles as well in the middle, but I'm so glad that after all of those, she still went back on track and finished her answer quite well. So overall, I think she did great. And do I think Brazil deserved to win the third episode? I do think she deserves to win this. And I will explain at the end if she's actually my winner. Next we have Costa Rica. Maria Jose Segura. Costa Rica looks stunning, but I just wish they worked on the camera angles because she was too low, and the space angle and the space provided by the camera, especially above her, could have been utilized with the right angle adjustment. When it comes to her performance, she spoke Spanish with an interpreter. I focused more on the way she delivered her answer rather than how the interpreter delivered her answer, because of course the interpreter sounded monotonous and just rely mostly on what she said but not on the emotion. So Costa Rica has that sense of confidence when it comes to her delivery, so I really like that. She seems like she knows what she wanted to say. However, on the third question, she was asked on how can an island nation promote themselves. Her answer was very, very general, and it would have been better if she has provided the specifics. In this kind of question, we really wanted to hear specific responses. The best example of that was her answer to the fourth question, because I love how she presented her answer there with specifics, with personal experiences as backup to her response. So I really hope that she will learn from this experience and answer just how she answered on the fourth question. I really like that. Next we have Ecuador, Domenica Alessi. I am just in love at how Ecuador looked at this super chat because it really showed that she really prepared for this event, and we surely appreciate that very much. When it comes to her performance, wow, I was blown away. To be honest, I have said before in my previous leaderboards that I don't see Ecuador pulling a back-to-back, but Domenica's performance, wow, she definitely changed my perspective about her. I love how she answered the second question, especially when she sang, because we saw a little bit of personality in her, and I really love that. For the third question, when she was asked about the biggest challenge that she encountered so far, her answer here definitely made me chose her as my possible winner for this group. That was the most sincere, pure, and honest, and also the most heartfelt answer that I've heard in a super chat. I mean, I felt every word of it. Her last answer was also great, but her answer to the third question just hits differently. So overall, I am beyond impressed. She speaks very, very well, and this performance is going to be a great starting point for her in the competition. Next we have Honduras, Stephanie Morel. I have seen so many stylings of Honduras, but personally I wasn't a huge fan of how she looked and was styled during the super chat. There have been better choices, to be honest. Now, when it comes to her performance, I kind of liked her, to be honest. I still wanted to see her give us some more smiles and a little bit more personality, because she has a tendency to sound monotonous, and I am hoping that she could work on that as well. However, if you just listen to the content of her answers were actually quite strong and good. And I think her winning answer for me was the third question when she was asked about the status and whether women are safe in her country. I think she was direct and brave to talk about what's really happening with the women in her country, and she has always managed to end her responses with powerful messages, and I truly, truly commend Honduras for that. Next, Portugal, Cristina Carvalho. I just find Portugal so adorable, especially when she smiles. When it comes to her performance, it was just okay to me. I really wish we'll be able to hear more depth into her answers in the future, and although she speaks naturally, I can feel that she's really answering what's from her heart, and that's one of the advantage that I saw from her. But again, just like what I said, we just wanted to hear a little bit more depth, go deeper with the question, and also more eye contact as well, because she tends to look around, which is a little bit distracting. So overall, she's okay and a very, very sweet candidate. Finally, we have Venezuela, Rosana Fiorini. Venezuela came in prepared as well. I love her styling and she looks stunning. Based on the performance, I think we can obviously say that Venezuela is an intelligent woman. Based on the translated answers, they were actually impressive. Too impressive. And honestly, one of the most impressive responses, because she was able to elaborate her answers very well, added some great details and examples too. So if you base it on the literal pageant Q&A book, her answers were amazing. But if there's something I was missing, it would be heart and connection. Let me put it this way. Her answers were great. I mean, it's already given, but I felt like as I was listening to her, I was impressed because of how it beautifully constructed it is, how well thought of it is, but it didn't connect to me that much on an emotional level. It didn't make me, I really love watching candidates in public speaking where they will make me, oh, that's very, very sweet. Something that would really connect to me on an emotional level. And unfortunately, I haven't felt that with Venezuela. Relatability is such an important thing, and intelligence answers are quite great, but I would really, really love for her to work on it on an emotional level so that she could be able to impress us with how intelligent her answer is, but at the same time, connect with each and everyone who's listening to her responses. She's a smart woman, and I know that she knows what I'm talking about. So, here's the result that I submitted as my vote. Actually, it's a very tough choice because I am torn between Ecuador and Brazil. But my winner for episode 3 is Ecuador. I think she's the biggest surprise, but you know, either way, Brazil won and she's my number 2. But Ecuador just completely surprised me. I'm so happy that she has improved so much, and as someone who will be defending the crown this next month, she's doing very, very well. So that's it. This is my review for episode 3 of Super Chat from Miss Supranational 2024. And after this, I will be uploading my review for episode 4 and episode 5 as well. So don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.